G'day, I'm Dave with your daily Bloke News for Friday the 24th of November. Now, Rio Tinto have just sacked 21 people over various categories of porn found on the company computers. Now, most companies have got, no porn bloody policies and stuff like that, whatever. But hang on a second, this is a mining company. You'd have to think, it's at least 80% blokes anyway. And fair dinkum, who's going to get offended by all this sort of stuff? I think it's sort of not likely in a culture like that. Think about this: if you're on a mining site, you're how many months of the year away from like normal people and stuff like that? You've got to have some sort of amusement, I reckon. And going for a bit of porn and all that sort of stuff. Look, it's pretty harmless at the end of the day. But they thought they'd crack down. My personal opinion, I reckon it's a big bloody scapegoat. They just wanted to trim some staff, and that's the best excuse that they could find. Well, load of crap, I reckon. What's wrong with a bit of good old common sense nowadays? Seems to be out the bloody window. The dickhead meter. The dickhead meter goes right up the level again this time. This is for a couple of thieves in Germany. They decided to pinch some stuff and went running through let's just say, a pond that looked like it was dry. The only thing was it was actually really muddy, and they got stuck. And how did they get caught? Yes, well, it was the police that helped them out, wasn't it? Imagine that, running around sort of, I'm running away from the police. Bloop. Unbelievable. Now, here's a bloke that you wouldn't want to be, a bloke in Adelaide. He hired a car in Sydney and then proceeded to get 300 traffic offences. It turns out that this car rental company decided to give away his details for other people that got speeding fines. And apparently it sort of made its way to the net or something like that. And all these people are going, how do I get off a speeding fine? Just sign a statutory declaration to say that this dude was driving my car at the time. So, he was a little bit swamped. It turns out most of the speeding fines happened while he was in hospital, and he had to prove that it wasn't him. Bloody hell. You wonder sometimes, don't you? Now, on to sport in the world's most boring game, the Ashes, which is cricket for the uninitiated. As you know, I hate cricket. I think it is the world's most boring game. But the police have clamped down on spectators. Can you believe 2 Aussies were thrown out of the stadium yesterday for trying to start a Mexican wave? What? You've got to be kidding. And with the English Barmy Army, the dude that blows the trumpet and all that sort of stuff was evicted and not allowed back in for 5 hours. So, once again, what's wrong with a bit of good old, get the crowd involved in that sort of stuff? You don't want to make it too boring. It'd be like going to the friggin' opera. At least that's more exciting than cricket. Anyway, Sonia, what have you got for us?
I don't plan to have any outdoor activities today whatsoever. So whether the weather is good or bad, I'll weather the storm. Whether you lot can or not is up to you and the weather.
I don't know whether I like that weather report or not, or whether you should still do the weather, or whether I should do the weather, or whether we should just do the weatherling. That's bad, isn't it? Anyway, in stupid news, there's a guy in Sydney fronted court for making prank phone calls to his local pizza outlet. And his defence, he was bored. Oh, why not find some friends? I'm Dave, Bloke News.